Joseph McBride reporting live from the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. after witnessing a unique World Cup draw is probably the best way I can describe that. First things first, let's just get straight into it. The US have done amazingly well in this draw. They have drawn Australia, they've drawn Paraguay, and then also a playoff contender which is yet to be determined. But from the teams that are involved in that playoff, Turkey is probably the strongest team that they could come up against, but a really good result for the USA. Looking at that, you'd expect 2 wins at least, and they should be aiming for 2 wins really, as much as, you know, that kind of places more pressure on Pochettino to deliver and probably top that group. Seeing his opponents, as much as the hard work starts now, it's probably eased a little bit of the strain that he was potentially facing. Really good result for them. And to look across to the co-hosts, Mexico have been handed a really interesting draw actually. They've been drawn alongside the Korea Republic and South Africa, and also a playoff that is yet to be determined. But that group could go either way. I mean, Mexico will have the home advantage, of course, and will probably look to be winning that group. South Africa have been heavily improved this year. Korea could be the last tournament, or definitely the penultimate one, for Heung-min Son. But I feel like all of those teams will feel like they can win it. Now, the nation, the co-host that has been let down the most and has had the toughest draw is Canada. They drew Switzerland straight away, tough one. Obviously, they beat United States 4-0 and are a very good team. Drew Qatar, which they hosted it 3 years ago. Obviously, it'll be 4 years when the World Cup comes around next year. They'll feel like they can beat them. But then they got a playoff contender too, and possibly the worst one they could have got. Coming out of that group potentially could be Italy. So really tough draw for Canada there. And for the holders, Argentina, it was all the A's. They had Algeria and Austria in their group before drawing Jordan from pot 4. So a nice draw for them. Myself, England, my nation. We have Croatia. We have Panama. It's a difficult one, but should be fine. Obviously Croatia, really bad memories from 2018 when we lost in the World Cup semi-final in extra time, before they lost to France anyway, and we probably would have lost. But that's the football side of things, there and thereabouts. There is a group of death which we must talk about. France, Senegal and Norway all being drawn in one group together. That is going to be extremely interesting to watch as a neutral. But away from the soccer side, away from the football side, as I should say, it was interesting. Trump came and accepted the FIFA Peace Prize, the first ever one handed out by FIFA, just weeks or months after he wanted the Nobel Peace Prize to himself. Infantino spoke for about 4 minutes about how much good work Trump had done, and obviously they're quite tight, especially in recent months. They were together at the Club World Cup. There's been several trips made to the White House by Infantino, and FIFA now has offices in Trump Tower in New York. But he was very complimentary of him. Trump himself praised Infantino controversially for breaking records in terms of ticket sales, which he then moved on very quickly from. But yeah, that'll be picked up, I'm sure. I think that might be something Jeremy and I discussed on the podcast at some point. They then did the draw. The draw was good. The draw was relatively stress-free. We had Rio Ferdinand, England legend, up there conducting it alongside Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Shaquille O'Neal and Aaron Judge. So a lot of stars on the stage there, 3 US, 1 Canadian representative. And then it ended with the YMCA. The Village People performed, and Trump was in the stands doing his dance. Of course he was. It was an interesting, unique experience, like I said, and I've been thinking about it a lot over, well, the minutes, I guess, since the draw ended, but also while it was ongoing, because it did take a good 2 hours and 10 minutes to draw 48 teams. Regardless of what you think about all of this, and you know, I have my opinions. I don't like politics being too heavily involved in sport. That seems to have gone completely the other way now, way too far. But it is going to be entertaining next year. Like, everyone can moan, everyone can say things or pick holes, but realistically lots of people, if not everyone, is going to be watching this World Cup next year, and it's going to have entertainment and all the rest of it. So I'm really excited to see the progress that gets made until it kicks off in June. But this is my account from the World Cup draw. Really good result from the US, and I hope you're as excited as I am for things to get underway next year.